Weatherman, don't tell me lies, I know it's all a big surprise. It's a hocus pocus magic that you do.
Good morning and welcome to WEITV. Thank you for joining us for another weekly weather edition. First off, I want to say congratulations to Westward Environmental, to Tommy Matthews, to Rick Matthews, and to Gary Nichols. It's been 16 years since the company first started, a successful 16 years, and we certainly want to wish our main sponsor, Westward Environmental, a great next 16 years. Let's go ahead and take a look at last week's weather. Well, somewhat of a disappointment, as the cold front we were expecting was going to produce around a half-inch rainfall didn't produce that. A weak line of showers and thunderstorms developed over the central part of the hill country as the trough approached us. Associated cold front, the ridge had moved off east, and this line of thunderstorms was so thin and really didn't produce a whole lot of rainfall across our neck of the woods. We were expecting about a half-inch and only got a few hundred, so unfortunately not a whole lot of rainfall for the hill country last Sunday time frame when we were expecting some better rainfall. But as the front did push east, better moisture was able to connect itself with the cold front, and quite a lot of rainfall happened over the southeastern portion of Texas, and some beneficial rainfall in these areas and farther north as well. So that was pretty much what happened last week. High pressure dominated for the rest of the week for the most part. High temperatures were in the 70s and 80s, and low temperatures were in the 50s and 60s. Right now we have a transitioning weather pattern. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's weather forecast. We have a cold front coming through the Texas Hill Country basically as we speak. Today's Friday, and it's centered over the central portion of the Texas Hill Country. There's actually some showers and thunderstorms along this front as it moves eastward pretty quickly. Should arrive into the San Antonio, Austin areas for this afternoon. A lot of moisture out ahead of the cold front. A lot of dynamics in the upper part of the atmosphere. Enough to probably cause some severe weather along and east of the I-35 corridor this afternoon. We're looking for large hail and strong winds as the best potential for severe weather. We'll have to keep monitoring that, but it's mainly going to be far east of the Texas Hill Country where the severe weather and the heaviest rainfalls are going to occur, unfortunately. So for today, the Texas Hill Country, the eastern half, we might be looking up to 2/10 of an inch of rainfall at most across our area, and unfortunately no rainfall farther west. So this is system number one, and that's for today. High pressure builds in this weekend. A lot of wind this afternoon, tonight, and behind the cold front. As the high pressure builds in, the winds will not be as high for Saturday time frame as the high pressure does build over our area. Pretty nice weekend, in fact. Highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s for the weekend. So it might be a nice weekend to keep your windows open at nighttime. This high pressure then transitions off to the east on Monday and Tuesday when we have a secondary upper level system cross over northern Texas area, but it's not really going to be doing a whole lot of change of our weather pattern other than bringing maybe a few clouds in. And we'll see parts of northern Texas might get a little bit of rainfall from the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, but not even a whole lot with this second system. A third system then comes in the Thursday time frame, Thursday, Friday time frame, moves across Texas. Again, a fairly weak system. We're not looking for a whole lot of precip, trace amounts, maybe to a few hundreds across central and eastern portions of the Texas Hill Country. We will keep you posted though, however, if anything does change with this third system. High temperatures this week, primarily going to range 70s up to the 80s towards the middle half, and then 40s, like I said, this weekend, and warming up to the 50s for the early part of the week for the low temperatures, and then eventually 60s for lows at the end part of this week. Should be a great week, and we'll keep you posted if any major changes occur. Thank you for joining us.
You look at clouds and watch them swirl, and then you take us for a whirl and try to tell us that you know the truth. I was watching last week's show, your estimate was a little low, and I think you told me I would get some